This is Sunny Eclipse, straight from the heart of Tomorrowland. And now, here's the host of the show, Chris Reid.
Well, good evening, wherever you might be watching from this evening on this Monday night. I am Cosmic Chris Reid, and this is Cosmic Reid Live on WDWNT Entertainment. It is always nice to be with you here on a Monday night talking all things Disney. This time we have a crazy one to get to. It's a segment from an area from the past, and I want here Mug TV. There we go. I was waiting. There we go. Look at this. Jeff Scott. What's going on?
Do you know why you had to wait? You had to wait for a second because I swear I even said this as I was eating tonight. I said to Leah, I was like, man, I think freaking Tom Strong is down in Florida, but it was crazy because he hadn't sent any yeah, that's right, Ange. He hadn't said any inappropriate things on Twitter like, oh, stupid Cosmic Reid, like you're all at your homes, I'm at Disney. But he hadn't said that. But I knew That's it. Right. I knew he was there. So cheers to you. And he showed up. He freaking showed up.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Just left Skipper Canteen. Hey, Tom, thank you so very much streaming us. Hey, see if you can get the projection of this show onto the castle. That would be quite the thing. See if you is there a Wi-Fi there? Maybe the password's like Chapek. Chapek with a 3 as the E. Hey, Rob, Cheyenne, SeaWorld, David, Alyssa, Karen, Living the Dream. Thank you so much for joining us. Steve, good to see you in there also. Hey, Horatio, awesome to see you you too. This is going to be a crazy, crazy show. We do have some show and there's a show announcement coming up.
So needy today. I'm sorry.
Who's that? Was that
today? Like the most needy animal on the planet today. Okay, what's up? All day long.
Oh, my cutie.
There we go.
There we go.
Good Lord.
So we're going to be talking about Toontown at Walt Disney World and building our own version of Toontown. And I want you, please, in the chat, let us know. Let us know your ideas for a Toontown, what it would look like. It doesn't have to be like Mickey's Toontown Fair. It could be anything Toontown related. And we're going to talk about attractions and restaurants and what kind of special things can go there all this hour. We do have, and I teased this on Twitter earlier today. So we've been going through the Spike the Bee parody of the Let It Be song, and then Coach comes in and Coach has Rally Bee, which is the parody of Spike the Bee, which is the parody of Let It Be.
Very popular.
Well, so Emma Cooley, you know her, she's co-hosted the show a few other times in the past, and she will be on next week's show while you two are on vacation. Emma put together a parody called Cosmic Reid, which is a parody of Rally Bee, which is a parody of Spike the Bee, which is a parody of Let It Be. And so tonight is the world premiere of the Cosmic Reid, the song, the official song, and we'll be playing that a little bit later in the show. And it's sung by Emma, and I'm not sure if she played the piano in the background. We'll say she did. I don't know. It could be a karaoke track, but
we'll just say she did.
We'll say she did. Yeah. So. Hey, Jordan. Hey, good to see you. Jordan says watching and packing right now. So 'tis the season to get down there. And with that being said, our show will be. She's going too? Yeah. I mean, it's the summer.
Is going. I swear that there has to at least be a third of the chat room has been going or is planning. Like Karen's planning a trip. She's. That is crazy, man. Tom is down there. That is amazing. All right.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely the best place to be if you're just packing right now. Getting you excited for Disney. This is what it is.
Mm-hmm. And so
we'll get you excited.
Yeah. So we will be talking about a summer break coming up for our show. Yes, we've been kind of teasing it. We'll tell you a little bit about that further into the show. So we got a lot of fun to get to, and Toontown, and Ange, I know you said that you weren't around for Toontown. Jeff, you were obviously around for Toontown. You might have been around for Mickey's birthday, whatever it was before that.
I opened Toontown. I actually was one
Jeff
of the,
invented Toontown.
I actually built Toontown with my own hands. That's what that was. No, you talk about old things though, man. Leah's mom sent me a picture randomly today of the awesome the castle birthday when they turned it into the cake. How terrible.
Yes.
How terrible was that?
Yes.
Oh my God. Like, so she never saw the castle in real life until like we were together, because she only saw the freaking cake. And I love that. She thought it was always supposed to be a cake.
Same thing. Yeah. Like, could you imagine that being your first trip?
No,
my goodness. Or the Stitch toilet paper
So
first trip. Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so disappointing.
Totally.
I think I mentioned it before. My first trip was seeing it as the birthday cake in '97. They still had it up there.
Oh, yeah.
So that was my first. And at the time, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Stupid cake.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was the thing. All right.
Yeah. I mean, some people love it. Some people do not like it. I know there's someone on Twitter I saw that has it's tattooed on their leg. The cake castle is tattooed on their leg. Yep. I mean, that's commitment, man. That's
some people.
Yeah. Some people liked it. Some people definitely didn't like it. I wish I saw the birthday cake. Alyssa, yeah, no kidding, for sure. So let's get into this. We'll talk a little bit about the old Toontown for a minute. But if you're new to the show, please hit the like button. We would really appreciate that. And also subscribe to the channel. Turn the little bell notification on, because we do have lots of live shows all throughout the week. Tomorrow is a new episode of Deep in the Plus, and I'll tell you what movie they're going to be reviewing just a little bit later into the show. So, Jeff, one of the things that I enjoyed about Toontown, like at Walt Disney World, was the judges' tent. I didn't really, the Mickey and Minnie's house was like, but the judges' tent, which was essentially like the gift store, but they had the hallways to the right. That was like a hallway to a guaranteed like villain room. Like the princesses. And then like the Fab Five. Yeah, it was like you're guaranteed, but you didn't know which ones you were going to get. I guess Mickey, he would have been randomly in there, I think, but it might be Mickey, Pluto, Donald, it might be Goofy, Minnie, Daisy, I don't know. But I do remember going in there and meeting Cruella and the Big Bad Wolf and like Brer Fox, like characters that you essentially don't see like that much anymore, maybe just at special events. And so I thought that that was a cool experience there.
I think that, well, seeing as how I, built that house with my own two hands.
That's right.
It's just so funny that talk about that, because like when we were talking about Toontown, I instantly still go to the Disneyland one. It was like they had this idea and they brought it, and it always seemed a little more realized. Like I just have to say,
it's still there, right? The one at Disneyland.
Yeah, it is still there. It's totally still there.
Yeah.
It just seemed like they had this idea and it was never fully realized. So they're like, let's make a little tiny house and like you can walk through their house and like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and so it feels like it is more realized over in Disneyland. And I feel like now, like with the technology, I feel like you could like kind of put it back almost where it was, and kind of expand that whole like Dumbo area, because I just think that I think there's more room. I think there's still more room there, and I think they actually could intersect kind of nicely, because I feel like it's just such a, like, it reminds me of, and I was going to say this, I mean, like, Toontown is so cool to me because it just screams Fab Five, right? I mean, that's why I brought the duck thing out, right? So I know that there's an attraction as Roger Rabbit, but it's like, Toontown screams Fab Five, and I wish they just, could dig into that a little bit more. But anyways, that's
see, and go ahead, Ange.
Well, and it's interesting too that like at Walt Disney World, really the only thing that's really come out that's only Fab Five is the Mickey and Minnie's Railway, and you don't really see very much of of the Fab Five, other than them just like coming and hanging out and doing some meet and greets and stuff. And it's like they are the base of Disney. Like, why are they
They're the
not
backbone, man? Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like,
totally
why are
the
they
backbone.
not there more? And so like, I'm excited to
Mhm.
maybe see this at some point at Disneyland, because like I would love to see those backbone characters doing something.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Look,
And
Joe simply says, "We need tunes, man. We need tunes. That's what it's all about."
Yeah,
right?
we need tunes. Yeah.
It reminds me of like it's the Steamboat Willie. That was my favorite part. Like, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was before Frozen. Was that the last? Where it was kind of like the Steamboat Willie kind of, and it started black and white, and then it.
Yeah.
Was it that one? I can't remember the name of it. Like
intro?
that was the greatest. Yeah. Well, the short that was the greatest intro. Of like bringing those characters throughout all of the decades. You know what I mean? I loved the way they interacted with that. So I feel like they deserve to do it. Ange, I love that you said that, because like Mickey and Minnie, it's like I want to have an attraction, like a dark ride attraction that is like Mickey and Minnie's, but like on crack or whatever thing the kids, whatever the kids are saying these days, right? Like where it does involve all five of them, because I mean, like that is without that, man, like we're not doing this every week, right? Like there's no like Team Cosmic, man, like that totally came first. And I do think that we have enough out there now. There's enough IP where we can kind of like take a step back and like, really like give the tunes what they deserve.
Yes, amen.
It's my platform.
I like it. And Horatio was saying Toontown and Villain's Forest with all the not so nice characters. So like a villain kind of spin on it, or a different area of Toontown. And a different area of Toontown is kind of where I'm going to be going tonight for this reimagining of Toontown. And how I had thought of this idea when I thought of the topic, and I've been kind of like letting it sit all week, and I'm bursting to talk about this one too, which would involve a little bit of Disney Plus. It would involve some characters that you might not be as familiar with. Some people will, some people won't, but Disney Plus is going to help out with that. I guess I'll.
That's really smart. I love that. Okay.
I still haven't watched the new Disney like Mickey Mouse cartoons that you guys have suggested, but maybe I'll watch them.
They're so funny. They're so funny.
I know you keep saying that.
They're so good. It's worth the watch.
Yeah.
So
that was my favorite part about the Magical Express, man. The best part about the Magical Express was like when they finally got over those terribly produced like I'm the bus driver safety videos, and they force you to watch like all the DVC propaganda. Like once all the propaganda's over, if there's a little bit of traffic, they start eking out like Disney blog content, and there's always like a short, right? And usually it's like a short. But like those are some of the best, and like, oh my god, these are like so good, and they just like bring a smile. And they bring a smile to your face. Yeah, they're the backbone, man. The tunes, Ange, the tunes. Yes.
Well, okay, so let's see here. How about? I mean, I kind of teased a little bit of mine, not really going into detail. I'll tell you what the name of the portion of Toontown. This is gonna, like I said, it's gonna include a little bit of like Disney Plus stuff, some characters that either don't come out or come out very sparingly, drawing attention to them and getting like a whole new generation hopefully interested in them again through Disney Plus and through these attractions and areas. And I'm going to call this area Downtown Toontown, and I'll leave it at that. For
I'm
now,
sorry, man. You broke out. You literally broke. At least for me, right when you were like given like the solid last line. What is it called? Like it was just gone. Yeah.
Not for me, but say it again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call it. No, I'm just messing with. I'm messing with you now. I'm messing with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it Downtown Toontown.
Downtown Toontown. All right. I can get down with that. All right.
Julie says Potato Land. There you go. Watch Potato Land, Ange. That's the one.
That's
the cartoon.
The one you suggested. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
On the list.
Yep. Jeff, what do you got tease us with your Toontown? What's the little bit of it?
Well, the name is, man, and this is, I mean, I'm not going to try to, downtown Toontown I love, and I'm not going to say that this is the greatest name in the world, but I will say that Hollywood, Mickey, like, ultimately, like, kind of, drawn on a, why not down tune? Oh, I see what you did there. You're drawn on a train, if I'm not mistaken, right? And it's like, Mickey took on these like these different characters, but I mean, Hollywood to me is Disney and always will be. So this is my thing is going to be it's Tooniewood, man. It's Tooniewood.
Tooniewood.
So Tooniewood. That's right. Somebody needs Boomtown. I'll take that, Joe. Somebody needs to yes. Space Wrangler. Jeff saw Steamboat Willie opening night. There you go. I watched it 3 times on opening night. Space Wrangler.
you paid 35 cents at a pop, and
I did, man. It was great.
45 cents for popcorn.
Best deal.
Best deal in town.
But yeah, Tooniewood, man. Tooniewood. And it's got
I love it.
But it's in the font. You know what I mean? We've got like the mountains.
Yeah. You got the
in
big
the
sign.
background.
Yeah.
You got the big sign. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's solid. I love it. Ange, what do you got for tease us with a little bit of the Toontown? What are you thinking?
Okay, so of course, like, if for most of you that have heard me talk about this last time, I'd never seen Toontown, knew nothing about Toontown, still don't know anything about Toontown, but I'm just assuming that we're going to be going through that experience of those original Fab Five, those old cartoons, and that backbone, like Jeff and I have been talking about, this backbone of Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and those Fab Five. So we're going to be looking a little bit at not quite like all of the old stuff, but some of the stuff that people who are maybe older Disney fans that still watch some of those movies from like the early 2000s, maybe like late 90s, but also some of the new stuff as well. So I just called it Old Town. But I don't like the name, so I'm really interested if someone I saw some like really awesome names already in the chat that are way better than that. So I might just steal someone else's idea.
I like it.
Julie just scared me though. Julie just scared me because she's like, "There's no bears in Toontown though," and I think that there just might be. I would say not so fast on that, Julie. I mean, why would there not be?
No kidding. I mean, because I mean, you go back to that judges tent, and there would have been bears in that judges tent, like 100% for sure. Because they had some pretty bizarre ones. But I love the aesthetic of Toontown. I like it a lot more in Disneyland than I did in Walt Disney World, because Disneyland went kind of all out on the like crazy looking buildings, not just the 2 houses, but like other buildings and buildings that are just facades that you can't get in, but they, it does the, doesn't shock you, but it does the like electrical noises if you touch the door handle and little things like that surprise you. And I think that's just like what you see out of a cartoon, right? Is like when you watch a cartoon and a character gets zapped or buzzed or burnt or whatever happens, it's like you're living that, you're in that land. So stuff's gonna happen to you, right?
I just feel like you could take it so much further now. You know what I mean? And it's like I would love to know what was going on behind the scenes to have them put those like facades in there, and there's like little like telephones and things like that would go. But I mean, imagine how interactive you can make something like that now. You know what I mean? Like
oh my gosh,
it's bananas. It's bananas. I mean, you could almost even do like a walking through like a VR world. But anyways, I don't want to take away from that.
Ooh,
good.
Horatio says Tom Sawyer, Toonie Beartown. There you go. This covers Tom Sawyer for you, and it covers bears for you. There we go. Humphrey could be in Toontown. Yes, Wigstown. Wigstown.
I'm sorry. Can I say something that might blow everyone's mind right now? But I've been saving it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that the Canadian people, like, are most of the people in the chat room machine on the East Coast? I have to know, like, because I feel like there's a lot of East Coast, like Eastern time zones on here. So I have to at least just say this, because this actually, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be doing this with the Team Cosmic folks here. So check it out. So right now it's 9:21, right?
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
It's the 21st minute of the 21st hour of the 21st day of the 21st week of the 21st year of the 21st century. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That is
Well, there
crazy, man. Somebody just sent me that, man. Somebody just sent me that, and I was like, okay. For anybody not paying attention, like I felt that I needed to.
I mean,
to say that.
That's
so like
insane.
Penguin.
So you guys get to do that in 1 hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have an hour to prep. Penguin has a couple hours, I guess, or a few hours to go. Yeah. No kidding. On the West Coast there. Yeah. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Right on.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Let's talk about like one attraction before we're gonna take a break. But again, it's gonna be this musical special that we're gonna do that Emma sent us in. So I'll outline the characters that you'll see, and again, this is why it's Disney Plus involved, because these characters will not be known to some people. For some, they will know them like with no question. But I'm talking about kind of the after school specials. So like your Goof Troop and your Darkwing Duck and your Chippendale Rescue Rangers and your Bonkers. And there's another one. Tailspin was another one also in there. Prior to the land, and I know this like kind of risky to do a land based on these guys, but this is like downtown Toontown, and there's more. There's like restaurants that I'll get to later. But prior to the land opening, you know how they've done like Cars Tunes or whatever they call them on Disney Plus, and there's like there's Toy Story shorts, and they did like these little shorts. So it would come out with this series, and I realize that these series for the most part are on Disney Plus, but they would come out with like newly animated 2 to 4, maybe 6-minute shorts of Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Bonkers, and such like that. Goof Troop also in there. Yeah. Yeah, DuckTales for sure. DuckTales would be in there. Perhaps Gummy Bears, yeah. So things like that. And so that would be the lead up to people would be showing their kids these guys. and then all of a sudden this downtown Toontown opens up, and each of these, or a lot of these cartoons, have their own attraction. So the first one, and I'm keeping in mind that this is like a kid-friendly land, right? We want kids to go there. We want like families to go there, right? So with that being in mind, the first one would be the Darkwing Dark Ride, or Darkwing Duck Ride, but like Duck would be crossed out with it and would say Darkwing Dark Ride. And it would be simply like a black lit dark ride, with kind of like Alice in Wonderland is over in Disneyland. Like all the characters are like shining a lot, like they're glowy, right? They're not just pictures on a wall or like cutouts, but they're animatronics of Darkwing Duck, and it goes through the villains, because they had some crazy villains on that show. So it'd be a basic dark ride based on Darkwing Duck as the first attraction in this downtown Toontown area. So
it's a lot of fun. Man, you just brought up like such a Chapek if you're listening, and that would be like so much cheaper than anything else we're talking about. Yeah, I mean, because that Alice in Wonderland attraction is so cool. You know what I mean? They don't make things like that anymore, and there's usually like a really long line for it too. So
there you go, Mega Duck, Quacker Jack, Steelbeak, Shorn Force. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yeah, yeah, super cool. Love it. Bob C at Disney. Bob C at Disney.com. Probably. Bobby C. Jeff, what's one of the attractions in your
So I'm gonna like straight up again. Did we go through the whole fact that some people did and some people did not enjoy the Roger Rabbit the Roger Rabbit film extravaganza? I think it was like a mixed bag here. I had just recently watched it again, and maybe it does not hold up as much as I wanted it to. But I still think that there's, there was like some satire in there, and it was such a fun thing. And when I come back to is it was amazing, and probably the last time, because I deal with this like in my regular job like all the time, dealing with licensing and like trying to get like a Disney property to talk to a Fox property, even though now they're together. But you know, like that wasn't easy. This was one of those things where it was like they got these just iconic characters. When you've got Bugs Bunny and Mickey in the same scene, like that's absurd, right? So there's something about that, like I just, you know what I mean? Like you're not going to see that, and you're never ever going to see that again. You know, so I love that idea, and so I want to take the Roger Rabbit attraction that is currently in Disneyland, but be able to do that. You know what I mean? So I want to bring in our Fab Five with the current kind of thing, and you'll see that a lot in like some of the other things that I want to talk about. I want to just be bringing tunes together if it's possible.
That's cool.
You know, I realize
anything's possible on this show.
There you go.
Like seriously, that is awesome. I remember seeing it like when I was really young, and I was always confused as to like, well, how are these guys in this movie? Because it's not like you never see them together. I probably wasn't even aware that they weren't even like, you know, owned by the same people and all that. But it was just well, we've never seen a cartoon like that. So how is Bugs Bunny coming into it, and Mickey and all these, like, it's so bizarre. It's almost like you want to pause that scene where they're all there and really take a close look at like some of the tunes that are there, but they're really small. But you're like, well, this is never going to happen again. How cool is that, right? Totally. And to have them cross over into something, I love that. I think that's awesome.
It's something that you're just not going to ever see again. And it's like companies playing nice. You know what I mean? And it's like, at the end of the day, they should be in the same like universe. So I even think that like with some of the Disney IP, and they are like, you know, there's just so much out there that they can play with now. You know what I mean? And now that there's just like buying things, it's left and right. It's like, you know, there's like so many other things that you can like put in there now. So I think that would be amazing to kind of, I don't even want to update it. It's like Mach 2. It's like the Roger Rabbit, like Mach 2. Like, what is that going to be? What does that look like? And how do we get some more of those like actual Disney characters inside that kind of universe?
Right. I like that. And it's, the more that these movies, like, you know, like the Doctor Strange multiverse and all that, bring stuff together. I think we're going to see a bunch of weird surprises in like the Doctor Strange multiverse, like cameo appearances and stuff like that from entities that aren't actually theirs. But we'll see. I really do like those kind of things. And what do you got for like an attraction or something over in Bear Toon, Old Toontown?
You know what? Cheyenne actually said a name that I thought was really cool, and it was just Toontopia. I mean, that's
cool.
So sure.
Oh, Toontopia.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay.
Toontopia.
So for mine, like I was saying, like we're using the Fab Five because they do bring out I guess like the older Disney cartoons and whatnot, but a lot of them have had, you know, their own spin-off shows, their own cartoons. So I think that those are really important to celebrate because some of them I feel like are very underrated. And one that I've mentioned many times before is the Goofy movie. And I think that Goofy himself, even though he kind of is like the host of Mickey and Minnie's Railway in a way, I think he still deserves to have his own story told. And I absolutely love the character of Max, and I love Roxanne and like all of those characters from the Goofy movie. So I thought that it would be awesome to have an attraction like that. That celebrates the Goofy movie. And I wanted it to be a little bit, I know that Toontown is supposed to be for kids, but I feel like we still need to be able to attract that crowd of people that do like to have like thrill rides and whatnot, but still having fun with those Fab Five characters. So I thought of something, so it's going to be a little bit similar to like Test Track in a way, mixed in with Rock and Roller Coaster. Okay,
Oh,
so
heavens
we're
to
gonna
Betsy.
start off. So the point of it is that Max and his friends are going to go and see Powerline, the artist, the concert that they absolutely love, but he forgot that he is supposed to be going fishing with his dad. So his dad decides that he's going to just drive them to the concert, and that's going to be the whole point of the ride. Is Dad is going to be taking him on this adventure to go to see Powerline with his friends, but of course Max doesn't want that because he's like, "Oh, my dad's lame, ha ha." So they go on this adventure with the car, and you're sitting in Goofy's yellow car, and it's really like toony, of course. And it starts off like Test Track, where they're going on this driving adventure, but then they also have their mishaps with, if you've seen the movie, they fall into water, they go down waterfalls, all that stuff. So that's when it's going to turn a little bit more thrilly. And of course they're going to end up at the concert, and it's going to be all fun. And of course they're going to Goofy and Max are going to like have this dad-son love. Oh, thanks, Dad. Let's watch Powerline together, and like and that's going to be like the nice ending to the ride. So I think we need a little bit of that thrill and give Goofy his moment. So that's what I thought for that ride.
I like it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like you see on Twitter and such that those characters still have like a massive following. And when you can see like when you see Max in like the parade, people are taking photos of him and posting it. Like I saw Max, like it's a huge following still. Yeah. And I think that's cool that a character that came out of the 90s, I guess, was like still super relevant, right? He's stood the test of time. I love that. I love that.
That's so cool.
Shelley's saying she agrees. That's super cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
Snap.
So I love it. Let's okay, so we're gonna take a break, but this is a little bit different. We have shown you Spike the Bee, we have shown you Rally Bee, and you obviously know the song Let It Be by the Beatles. And Emma, who is filling in next week, and who has filled in before in the past, I believe she's actually at rehearsal tonight, and she performs, she sings. Well, she came up with an entire song, a parody of Let It Be called Cosmic Reid, and it's the full song, and she recorded it. And there's pictures and such to go with it, and the lyrics are on the screen. I think all the lyrics are on the screen. So
wow, you would pull out.
If you haven't given a thumbs up to this video tonight, just maybe wait till the end of this, and I know you're going to give a thumbs up because Emma put a lot of work into this. We're going to play it right now, the world premiere of Cosmic Reid Live, the song. Enjoy.
When I find myself in times of trouble, looking for something to see, I got to turn into a Cosmic Reid. When it's 9 p.m. on Monday nights, I hear Team Cosmic calling me. It's time to tune into a Cosmic Reid. Cosmic Reid, Cosmic Reid, Cosmic Reid, Cosmic Reid. head is getting spammed with bees. It's the best crew ever watching Cosmic Reid. Cosmic Reid, Cosmic Reid, a Cosmic Reid, a Cosmic Reid. Don't know what I'd do without a Cosmic Reid. Cosmic Reid, Cosmic Reid, Cosmic Reid, yeah, Cosmic Reid. Don't know what I'd do without a Cosmic Reid.
And we're back.
Wow. I just speechless. That was
Wow.
so much effort put into that. And the pictures and all the memories. Oh my
Totally.
goodness.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Yes.
Snaps to Emma.
Heaven.
Huge
Snaps to Emma
thanks
for
to Emma.
real. My God. Good
We
God.
were watching a movie on the weekend, Heather and I, and the song came through, and we paused it because I'm like, I need to listen to this now, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy, but it's so
Crazy.
cool. I love it. Yeah, for sure. And so we will play it again. We will. Emma
Yeah.
always keeps it coolly. Box. There you go. I think she's at
Yeah,
rehearsal
that's
right now,
right.
so I don't think she's actually around in the chat. I'm sure we would have seen her by now there.
Yeah. That was wild.
Yeah.
But anyhow, there we go. The
Wow.
Cosmic Reid, the official song. We will play that next week and the week after. We still have to tell you about our summer break, which we are going to take a summer break. We'll talk about that in oh my gosh, probably like 10 minutes or something, because we'll tell you about a couple more shows that are coming up too.
Wow.
So yeah, hey, thank you for joining us here on WDWNT Entertainment. If you like what you're seeing, if you want more of what you're seeing, we always do a post show after this show exclusively for WIGS members of the WDWNT Interglobe Society. So for as little as $2 a month, you get access to some great features from WDW News Today, including the post shows at the $7 a month tier. So you can go right now to patreon.com/WDWNT and become a WIGS member. Again, for as little as $2 a month, you get access to our Discord server and some other great perks, the deals on the discounts on the carousel of products and such like that. But I know there's a bunch of WIGs watching in the chat tonight. We totally appreciate your support. Chat room machine penguin. There we go. Here comes the WIGs roll. Karen, Joe, Alyssa, thank you so much. Desi, hey, good to see you also in there. But yeah, so please become a WIGS member. Join us after because we do have a lot of fun in the post show. Also, actually, Emma sung a little bit of that. Like a few weeks ago now, I think, on the post show, guys. She did give a little sample of it over the phone. She called in and did that. So there we go. Julie, there we go.
She is
Rob,
legend.
living the dream. Thank you.
She's legend.
Yeah. Joe, Penguin, Shorn Force, K-Jack, thank you so much. So let's get back to talking about Toontown. I had a bunch of rides, but I'm not going to have time to get through these now. I'm going to shift it. I'll like name them off, but I want to talk about this next thing for mine would be kind of the center of it all. Be like the restaurant, the main restaurant. So first off, I'm like, there has to be a quick service based on my T-shirt. This Jessica's
Yes.
Jessica's Diner. I couldn't even see what it said. Jessica's Diner has to be one. That would be like a walk up. I can't read it from the screen. I was like,
you
Diner.
don't know what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Just look down, bro.
That's
all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So there'd be Jessica's
We can
Diner.
help you
There
out.
we go. My wardrobe people just put it on me, right? I so there would be that. I'm picturing that would be more of like a counter service style. But the big one would no doubt be the Ink and Paint Club. Again, now we're going back to like the Roger Rabbit thing. And it would feature, there would be like lounge singers. It would be styled like a lounge, kind of like dark, dimly lit. but again, like a family kind of place or whatever. I was even picturing like the Herman, is it Herman the baby, as like an animatronic, like when you walk in, just like spouting off random lines or whatever. So Cosmic Reid's, I see what you did, Sean Forrest. There you go.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, so that would kind of be like the restaurant in Toontown would be just the Ink and Paint Club. And I was going to say like Roger Rabbit does meet and greets there. I'd say Jessica Rabbit, but that version of like the costume is like terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, no.
It's just it's not a face character, and it just looks bizarre. No. It's creepy as the Bo Peep. I don't like the Bo Peep one.
Like, yeah, but she also like shouldn't be a face character because like her body proportions are like not realistic at all.
Bizarre.
So, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they tried, and I don't know what they were thinking when they tried that. It was beyond bizarre. But yeah, as she's drawn, she can. You're not human, so. But that's kind of my thinking for a restaurant. There is just call it the Ink and Paint Club, and it's like a lounge. I have a few other things to say about it, but Jeff, I'll pass it off to you. And what do you got next for your Toontown?
Yeah, and it's crazy because I didn't have a name. God, well now you already, because we don't have a ton of time. So I'm gonna give my walk up thing because again. So here is to the ducks right here. Mm-hmm. To the ducks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the walk up service is going to be Donald and Daisy's delicious dough, because ducks love bread, I think. So So it's gonna be Donald and Daisy's delicious dough, best sandwiches you ever had, and you know what? It's gonna be sandwiches and pizza. I don't care if they are. Usually you find them in two separate places, but because it's dough, right? So you get full sandwiches and pizza. And so my thing that I really must have, and I have not heard about the Hoop-de-Doo and what is going on with that. I know fireworks, but you know I am a fan of the Hoop-de-Doo. It was my mom's. I see Brian in the that's right, Beyond Bumped. I see Brian, Coach, is in the chat room machine, and T-minus 7 days, bro, until I am going to be with Brian in the flesh. How about that? So if I'm not back in 2 weeks, you know something went. Yeah, first team Cosmic Meetup for my mom's golf tournament. So thank you again, Brian, and your wife for supporting that. So I want to have like a dinner theater though, right? Like first the park. First in the park dinner theater, almost the same type of thing, but this is a complete, and I just can't believe this doesn't exist because again, back to the Fab Five, right? Like I want to bring the mythology of the Fab Five back. So 2 to 3 day, it's a brand new spectacle dinner theater, featuring the Fab Five. I was trying to like think of things that like, what would Mickey and Minnie be doing? And I know that there's a love-hate relationship maybe with, the Duffy Bear, but it was a gift, right? So who stole Duffy Bear? Dude, who stole Duffy Bear? That's the 90-minute extravaganza, and it's an interactive dinner theater, but you have to like buy the ticket. Like it's definitely an add-on, and it's like all the Fab Five. Everybody's looking for Duffy Bear, and it's totally an interactive like Toon adventure. So there you go. That's
so cool. Nice. But my son Will, he has a Duffy and he loves it. He loves it. It's in his crib. It's in his crib right now. He's sleeping with it. Mm-hmm. He loves it. That's his bear. I love that idea. I would love to see. Yeah, and you guys aren't here next week, but we're going to be talking about some theater stuff next week also on the show. I think there's so much potential and so much room to hire cast members, hire crews and everything, and do these kind of big shows on a dinner theater like in the park. I think would be super cool to see.
Totally.
What else you got for your Toontown here?
Well, y'all know that I love theater too, and like I was really thinking about some sort of dinner theater experience as well, and I feel like my idea is a little bit of a cop-out because it already kind of exists, and I'm not bringing too much creativity to it, but I just don't understand why this hasn't existed yet, and I don't know why this show premiered on Disney Channel and then just kind of like went away, and we like and it's not on Disney Plus, and we never really talk about it, but it is such an iconic show, at least for me, from my childhood. But I think that we need to have a dinner experience at the House of Mouse. I think that that was such an awesome, like, so many different characters were there. And I think that somewhere where we want to show those kind of similar to like Sci-Fi Diner, I want to have those old cartoons playing on some sort of big screen. This would be like a sit-in. I would say, the food's going to be a little bit pricey because it's going to be like a nice establishment. And I want to have the Fab Five hanging around in their like best garb. Like I'm talking like, I think that there was a meet and greet. Someone helped me in the chat at the Hollywood Experience or something where Mickey and Minnie were both dressed like really, really. Mickey was Sorcerer Mickey, but Minnie was dressed really fancy. Like I want them to be like dressed to the nines, like a nice dinner, celebrating where they came from and all of these old cartoons. So it's going to be themed around the House of Mouse because I thought that was like a cool idea. That isn't talked about anymore. And I know you guys have said this before. Why is it not on Disney Plus? I don't understand.
Yes.
Like, let's get it on there. It was so cool to see, like Jeff had said, mixing those two, like those different characters together. Like you didn't see that in anything else. Like Jafar and Daisy Duck, like hanging out together. Like you don't see that in anything else. Yeah. So I just thought that would be such a cool thing to include in the parks. So that's one idea.
I love that you're both like talking about this. You're both talking about like Disney Plus and like how much is there. It's like every other 10 seconds, there's a new Marvel spinoff, right? Like I wish we could just have just like half a spinoff for some of this other stuff. But I guess I don't know that we're not like the target audience for it. I don't really know, you know what I mean? But I mean, there's like any of that, but there's so many different ways you can go now that Disney Plus is out there with like their property and stuff. You know it's super cool because then you could even throw a Halloween twist on it and like do the House of Villains or House of Mouse Villains or whatever they did on a couple episodes there, and like where the villains come out and sit like maybe during the Halloween party or something like that, right? You could totally have that kind of a spin on it at a certain time of year. These have been really, really cool ideas. I want to just run down the other ones. I had like a Chip and Dale attraction. Bonkers Funhouse would be like a Funhouse style one. You have meet and greets at the ends with these like weird kind of random characters like the Rescue Rangers. There'd be a Tailspin like roller coaster, like Tailspin and like a spinny roller coaster like that. For Halloween, it would have like a special, this is in like the downtown Toontown, Halloween would have a very special like meet and greet with Judge Doom. I couldn't remember his name for a sec there. Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit, but it would be an iconic picture with Judge Doom, but also, who would be a face character, and also beside the Big Dip Mobile. Because Disney has that or had it. It was in the backlot tour when you went and it was there. So imagine if they could like light it up from the end. You can't see the top of it, right? So like put like green lights or smoke coming out of it and have your picture taken with Judge Doom in Toontown around Halloween. I think that's never been done. And I could totally see something like that being very cool and especially perfect for this area. Get Christopher Lloyd out there. I mean, you're
too.
talking about these
kidding.
people. I think that like what you just said was just amazing because like there's so many things, and we've talked about this a couple different times. Like there's different festivals in the year. Everybody has their own like little costumes you never see. I mean, whether it's a Run Disney or whether it's one of those other like kind of festivals, there are times that you can only see those outfits and whatever like for that particular piece. And again, I feel like all of us are talking about, bringing back that kind of like the backbone of Disney, which is, again, Fab Five tunes. We need more tunes, people. We need more tunes.
That's right.
And you know, it would be amazing to have those characters because I mean, even when you walk in on Main Street, it's usually either Mickey and Minnie. You have to go find the other ones, right? Like, where are you going to find Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, you know, and Pluto? Like, this can be that place. This could be that place. Yeah.
So I mean, there's so much potential for something like this, and I mean, one could argue it would go to the studios if it was ever to return, perhaps. But I miss Toontown not as much as I miss some other things for sure, but I do miss the Toontown being there. So this has been great, and all the ideas in the chat, all the names of stuff like, but Toontopia, Cheyenne with Toontopia, I think that's awesome.
And Cheyenne says bring in some villain tunes. She's not wrong. That was
exactly
one of my I had a dark ride that had some villains in there because I do think you need villains in there, man. Like I want to like update,
of course,
Phantasmic, all of those things.
Do you want to do a
kind of like balance it out?
Do you want to do a quick rundown of what else you had there, if there's anything left?
Well, I mean, again, like I just think like I had the dinner theater show, but I mean, I wanted to have this like 3-part, basically ripping off what is going on for the you know, over in the Star Wars. It's like, you know, the galaxy stuff. Like I want to have, you know, Mickey as your guide and you actually go through this this fight. Like it's kind of pulling inspiration from Phantasmic, but Mickey is kind of like, you know, bringing you through his world and then starts getting attacked by villains. And then you're kind of like in the showroom where these attacks are going. And then I also agreed with you that there should be like some type of like thrill, kind of like part 3 version of that, where there's like, at least like some type of like, but yeah. I thought that would be a lot more expensive. So I love that.
we got no budget or
no budget here.
Yeah.
We just we bill it to Disney and that's it. Yeah.
And they built it.
Exactly. Yeah. And was there anything else you wanted to mention of your Toontown, or was that all?
Well, I had another like a quick attraction that I thought would be fun because DuckTales is another one that I think, and you guys kind of mentioned it already, DuckTales, and I feel like they also, other than the Donald's Dino Bash, like they definitely are another one that deserve a lot more. Like that whole duck family, I think, deserves a lot more. So I thought a cool attraction that maybe we could do using DuckTales is Launchpad McQuack, and he has an airplane, and I think it's called the Sun Chaser, but maybe somebody else can tell me. I might be wrong, but I think that it would be fun if we did something similar to, I don't know, the Galaxy's Edge ride where you're sitting in the Millennium Falcon. What is it called?
What, Smuggler's Run?
Come on, Chris, you should know this. Smuggler's Run. There we go. Haven't been to Disney in a long time. So Smuggler's Run, it would be similar to that, where you are working with Huey, Dewey, and Louie and trying to fly Launchpad McQuack's airplane. I don't really have like a storyline, but I think that could be really fun. And then I think it was Gretel in the chat had mentioned that they wanted to see, was it Oswald? Yes, Oswald. Gretel Z had said, I would love to have Oswald and oh wow, my brain is just Steamboat Willie, my goodness. Steamboat Willie and Oswald. Those the OGs that we don't get to see in meet and greets very often. So they have to be hanging out in Toontopia. So those that's all that I had there.
I love it. That's great. Yeah, that's super cool.
I would love to be Steamboat Willie. Like he's sometimes out and sometimes not, like around Halloween and stuff. I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. It would be a cool photo op for sure. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I want to read a couple on Twitter also here. So I've got the Team Cosmic thing. All right. Here, check this out. All right, so for Team Cosmic, Shornforce in the chat tweeted. So Shornforce said, if the sky was the limit, partner with Universal and Six Flags and make it a real Toontown complete with guest characters, kind of like what we've been talking about, what you were talking about, Jeff.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd say make the land look as close to the one in Roger Rabbit as possible. Add in Roger Rabbit Ride that's different from the one at Disney California Adventure.
Nice.
And has Doom and the Weasels. Perhaps give the props an old Acme factory facade from MGM, the Hollywood Studios, a new home. Have a theater showing all kinds of classic cartoons, not just Disney cartoons, and have random walk around characters in the area to meet and greet. I love that. It's kind of like a combination of like all of what we've said tonight, which I think is really, really good.
Yeah, totally.
Love that.
I'd want all sorts of Easter eggs to various cartoons there too, even if they can't show other companies' characters. A coyote-shaped hole in the wall, or a fallen anvil in the sidewalk can go a long way, or graffiti references could be made vague enough to avoid any lawsuits. And to clarify the theater thing, even if they couldn't get the rights or reach a partnership, there are several cartoons from various companies in the public domain. As long as the characters themselves aren't advertised, I think they'd be able to show them. Yeah. Super cool. And then since I'm on a roll, Shornforce also says I'm going to pull a Jeff here and keep going. The tweet actually says that. So,
Oh, that's funny.
I also suggest
you,
Valiant and Valiant's office as a starting place for a detective AR game for the park. The Ink and Paint Club, there we go, as a sort of quick service restaurant bar with live entertainment. And rehouse the animation lessons and tour of upcoming Disney and or Pixar stuff in a Maroon Cartoons building. And the aforementioned theater should have a couple exclusive Roger Rabbit shorts. Okay, I think I'm done for now. There we go. That was Shornforce.
Wow. Okay.
Love it.
Well,
but wait, can I just say
that we...
no? There you go. That's what you have to say, Shornforce.
It sounds like we literally like read Shornforce's tweet and we all took pieces of that and just
totally
like made it our own. But I promise we didn't. And Shornforce also was in the chat. I thought a really cool idea.
I didn't even go online all day.
I said, for sure.
They said they should do a black and white section of Toontown and have black and white costume variants of Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Horace, Horsecollar, and Clarabelle. I would love to see that, like with Minnie and her little like flower hat and her little skirt. That would be so cute.
Yes,
that would be awesome.
I would pay big money for that, even as like a special event or something. Great idea, Shornforce.
I love it. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you for that. And thanks for all the interaction in the chat. We're not done. We got to tell you about our summer break coming up. I also want to mention quickly that tomorrow night right here on WDWNT Entertainment, it's another episode of Deep in the Plus, episode 69, and it is Rob and Patrick debating Avatar. Look at that beautiful picture of Pandora.
Really?
Oh my gosh. I love that. Super cool. So that's 9 o'clock tomorrow night. 9 o'clock tomorrow night, right here, 9 Eastern, I should say, on the Entertainment Channel. So let's talk a little bit about the next episodes. And so this is an interesting one because there's been episodes where Angelina hasn't been here. There's been episodes where Jeff hasn't been here. I don't know. I've been here. I don't know how. But anyhow, next week.
It is amazing that you were like, you've never been out.
Right? I've done the 2 weeks at Christmas we took, and that was it in December. So next week, Jeff and Angelina are gone. Stepping in for Jeff and Angelina, no strangers to WDW News today, is Tyler and Emma. They will be joining us next week as we talk about, on show 66, designing new stage shows at Walt Disney World is what we're doing next week.
You better do some dinner theater. Nice. That's all I know, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Right? So there you go. That is with myself and Tyler and Emma, and that is next week right here on WDWNT Entertainment. Tyler's never been on this show before, so it's going to be it's still going to be 2/3 Canadian because Tyler's he's in Ontario there. So there we go. We keep
that's a prerequisite. Keep the show on the air. Anyone trying to do it, man, just know that you've got to be from Canada.
You got to show your passport. Yeah. So that is next week, and then I'll tell you a little bit about the show after that, because we have another special one before that, before we break, because by that point it is July 5th, and if you recall from last year, we did something very, very cool last July, and maybe this will jog your memory.
Heavens, that's it.
Back once again, Halloween in July with Cosmic Reid Live. And you remember there's those pumpkins made it back into the logo. You see that? The pumpkins
from Mandy.
That was from Mandy. Right? Yes.
Wow, it literally feels like we did that show like last week. Like when you played that, I was like, oh yeah, we've done that every month, right? Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Halloween in July is returning. Wow. We'll probably all be in costume. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Remember that was Jeff, you were Forky. I don't even know what I did.
We did a whole month. We did a whole month.
In October. No. Yeah, October we did the month.
Oh, in October. That was the most money I spent during the pandemic, by the way. That was the most money I spent during the pandemic. I was like, just buy on Amazon. I was like, I need more wigs.
I was really happy that month.
Yeah.
I sent Jeff Bezos into space. My Cosmic Reid costumes.
Yeah.
So there, yes, happy Halloween. Hey, Shortfords, you're on fire tonight. I love it. Oh, was that when Jeff was Boo? So creepy. No, Jeff was Forky.
And then Jeff was
I think Edna. I was Forky. I was
but Edna. I was Leota. I had the green screen. I was Leota for that one. Yes.
Was I Spaceship Earth?
I was gonna say probably Spaceship Earth.
Gotta find these pictures somewhere.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I can't remember. So anyhow, so that is that does it for that show. And so we've talked about this. We've talked about a summer break, and we started this show like just prior to the pandemic as a small radio show. We've talked about this before, that it just started as a radio show, then they threw us on YouTube, and it was like, here we go, a bigger thing. And obviously, with all of your support and every week you tune in and you're viewing the show, we totally appreciate that. And that's what keeps us going, to be honest. It's awesome to have everyone, whether you're a WIGS member or not. It's so nice to have you in the chat. And we were on the original, on the main channel on YouTube, and now we're on Entertainment Channel, and we just love it week after week. And it's crazy to think that with the exception of 2 weeks in December last year, we've gone 65 weeks without taking more than 2 weeks off. And if you think about that, Jeff, you worked in TV. I've worked in TV. You know, the only shows that go 65 plus weeks is the news, never mind a news show. It's the news, which doesn't have a season because it never ends. It's just, and it's right. We've never said like Cosmic Reid Live season 1, season 2. It's just kind of just been we just keep going. We just keep going.
Wow.
Right? It's super bizarre. It's just episode. And so with that being said, and with it being the summer, we thought it would be nice to take a bit of a break through the summer. We are coming back. This isn't like we're not done. We've been told that this slot will be available for us, and I have no doubt that it will. We will be back.
If not, see on Facebook Live.
Yeah, that's right. Jeff and I will pretend it's 2016 or 17 again. Back to Facebook. Yeah.
See us on our Facebook Live.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum signing off, or whatever we used to say. So, and I'm scared to read the people in the chat here. I hope everyone's okay with this, because I was like, I don't want to say that we're going on. I don't want to like offend anyone, or upset anyone here. But
like it. A lot of people are excited about Halloween in July, so we're seeing more of that. People start getting their costumes ready now.
Everybody's fine.
I can see a lot of people being like this. But I can assure you we will be back. I'll throw up the graphic here. So the Cosmic Reid summer break will officially start on July 6th. We do have a show on July 5th. That is Halloween in July that you just saw. We will be returning September 6th. That is a Monday night, 9 p.m. right here on the Entertainment Channel. I know it seems like a long time, but you know what? The summer always flies by. And, you know, we'll also be on social media. You can talk to us that way through email also. But we just thought it'd be kind of nice to just take a bit of a break. I know some people are saying like September. We will definitely miss you also. This is it's hard
Karen,
to say, but
Karen goes, that's okay. That's totally fair. And I am.
Thank you.
Totally.
Thank you. I know. It's Alyssa, it's a long break. I know it is a long break. But I think we'll take a break. We will come back. Yes, we will be back in September, Gretel. Yeah, no problem. I hope that everyone watching right now, or if you're watching this after that it was done live, that you see this part and you do come back in September, because we do want to talk Disney. We'll have so many more ideas by then. I think it'll be a nice kind of like refresher period for us also. But we're going to be coming back September 6th. But before then, we have next week's show, and then we have Halloween on July 5th, which is going to be a lot of fun. Alyssa, you guys deserve it. It's just a long break without your faces. I know.
Don't say that.
Tom,
don't say recipes.
No.
Freaking Tom. I was waiting.
Our hair's going to be longer. We're going to have less bags under our eyes, and it's going to be great. We're all going to be refreshed. Everyone's going to be awesome. And it's going to be so much fun in September. It's going to be great.
Tom,
no rest in peace.
Tom, man, it's fitting that you are hearing this not here, so you can't make memes. Because you know how badly
Jeff's just excited for the post show. Yeah.
Yeah, but Tom is in Florida, so it's good.
I hope everyone's okay. It is a rejuvenation. Yeah, totally. Like I hope I haven't. And now I'm getting paranoid that I've upset people, and I really hope I haven't here. So
no,
we will be back on September 6th.
I can guarantee you that I have upset far more people in this chat room machine than you could ever upset. So you are doing just fine, Chris. It's all good.
Okay. All right. I hope no, Chris, stop worrying. Okay, good. All right. But again, this isn't the last show. We got next week with Tyler and Emma, and then the three of us right here are back with Halloween in July on July 5th, which is going to be a lot of fun. We'll try to have some special things planned for that. It was a hilarious time last year. I think that's when I did the Madame Leota, the green screen with Madame Leota, and it was like a floating head or something. I believe that was it.
I think so.
So
people were saying that I was figment, so I think that. So
that rings a bell.
Now. The expectations are very high, and
I know. Yes,
we'll
I was thinking.
July 5th.
The expectations are high. Hashtag Chris needs a break. There you go. All right, they're gonna need a wrecking ball. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We've had a lot of fun. There is a post-show, so as usual, if you're one of the many WIGS members that joins us, stay tuned. Give us a couple minutes to get on there, and we'll see you in a few moments. For everyone else in the chat, thank you so much for joining us here. This reinventing a Toontown for Walt Disney World has been a lot of fun. So many great ideas. Please give a like to the video if you haven't done so yet. Share the video on your social media streams. We'd love more people to see this one, as always. And if you are watching the show, if it's your first time on the channel, please subscribe. There's lots of different shows all throughout the week, including tomorrow night, Deep in the Plus, where they will be reviewing Avatar. What are you guys laughing at?
Oh my god!
Oh, what is that? What do we got a super chat?
From Melissa.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Okay,
bring it back. We have to bring it back at least once.
Super. No. Alyssa, thank you for the super chat. Oh jeez.
I'm not going to let you live it down.
We'll be back in September, but we'll also be back next week. We'll be back next week. We're here next week, and we're here the week after that. So we're going to have two huge parties before, one with the three of us and then one with Tyler and Emma and I. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us. WIGS, stay tuned. We got a post show coming up in a couple of minutes. Thank you, everyone else, for watching. Always appreciate it. Please like the video. For Jeff and Angelina, I'm Cosmic Reid. Have yourself a magical night, a wonderful week, and as always, do what makes you
Bye, Karen.
happy.